Hey guys, Rock and Roll back with another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Hero Colosseum match, this time against Roberto 95. We'll go Roberto 95. Great opponent, I've played him quite a few times now, always have a very close, tight match with him, and this was no exception. So I was using my Beerus team here to test it out up against a future Gohan, a pair of Vegetos, the new Blue Goku, and a Swimsuit 18. So I just went with the standard start I was running with this deck, which was Whis, Beerus, and Gogeta, just to reduce the damage I'd be taking. This setup pretty much guarantees Beerus kills near enough anything he's up against and won't die unless he gets double teamed. Give my opponent a respectful bow up there. But no, this was a fantastic game, so close, it doesn't get much closer than this in all honesty. So, Beerus was going to get hit by a Vegeto. Vegeto is one of the few things that does actually worry me, because he is ridiculously strong. But should he live, Beerus will kill him. And he threw the Swimsuit 18 down with the Vegeto behind. I was a bit surprised to see the Swimsuit 18 come out in the first turn. Whether he was predicting me to double up somewhere and then stick two heavy hitting figures in a row to try and sort of wipe me out in 2 turns. And of course here we have the ever reliable Spirit Bomb. Not. So obviously tremendously outsped. It didn't even matter if I got the max, I wouldn't have outsped. Not that I'd want to, but yeah, double Vegeto is nasty. But Gogeta kind of counters them out, so as do my up skills. So yeah, this deck is quite a lot of fun to use because it's incredibly hard to kill. And with Beerus, you've got a very heavy hitter there. But if I don't keep him safe, it kind of struggles a bit because nobody hits anywhere near as hard as he does. Whis will be fine here. He's got some decent defense and quite a lot of health. Still took 2,900. This was the one I was worried about. But surprisingly, Beerus didn't take too much damage. But the combination of Whis and Gogeta is pretty nasty. The counterattack here, I knew that Whis would live, but it would be close because he only did just over 4,000 damage. And he lives with 64 health. Or 54, sorry, not sure. Small screen I'm looking at, but anyway. Beerus hits back and takes out the Swimsuit 18, which is a good start for me. Gogeta is going to get a clean hit on his Master for about 5,000. Oh no, 6,000, sorry. And Beerus will take out Vegeto. So this has been a pretty good first turn for me. Whis being basically dead isn't ideal though, because I can't do anything about it either. Because they're all locked in place thanks to Swimsuit 18, so it was easy enough for me to just go on to the next turn. Now he wasn't really left with a lot of options since I'd killed 2 of his figures. I was sure Goku would go down the middle. He actually went 1 across the line, which in a way didn't surprise me because he would kill Beerus and Whis that way. I was just curious whether he would maybe try doubling up on one side to get another hit on my Master, rather than standing Gogeta's way. But this turn will pretty much even it up. I'm not going to outspeed, he has a future Gohan on there for Christ's sake. So even with a max I think I would have struggled even if he'd only got 100. So yeah, that's rip Beerus and Whis, because they can't take this sort of punishment. Which means that Bardock and Frieza will be taken to the field next turn. Like I say, not ideal, but that's the strength of having Swimsuit 18. You might lose the first turn, but you're probably going to win the second turn. Simply because your opponent is very unlikely to be able to counter whatever you might do. Because as here, 2 of my figures didn't die, so I was stuck. But this turn they did. Evened it up. My ultimate gauge fills, but it will go down as he has a minus 2% on Vegito. Also, that counter attack was not very nice, because that really put me at a disadvantage then. Because Gogeta's down to 1400 HP, which is not good. But he is going to hit the Goku pretty hard. The counter attack would be nice, and I got it, which means that I'm still just about in the lead. With both of us having our ultimate gauges, of course, Gohan is now hitting like a truck, which isn't nice. Now, I wasn't really sure what my best course of action was this turn. He had his ultimate, so really the only option I had was to put Frieza down, because Frieza wouldn't die. But I believe he goes and doubles up on the right. I think that's what he did. Don't quote me on that though, I can't remember. But no, this was what I had to do. There was no other option, because if he did go for his ultimate, then there was no point in me putting the other two figures on the field, because they would just die. No, he just went with the future Gohan down the side there. So he's going to outspeed me and hit my master directly for quite a bit of damage. Now, at this point I was kind of concerned, because future Gohan's going to hit me for about 13,000, which is over half my health. And look at that speed from future Gohan, that's ridiculous. Even maxed, I couldn't even get near it. So he's going to get a direct hit. I will as well, but I'm not going to be able to finish him this turn. You see here, about 13k? 15k, sorry. So, Frieza comes out, he's going to do probably about 12k, 10k, and then I'll get the counter attack, so it goes up to, what, about 14 or 15k? So, yeah, 15k basically. So, it's pretty damn close with one turn to go basically. Everything would happen this turn. Now, I wasn't sure what to do really. I could leave the Freezer out and go for the O1 skills, or as I did here, I went across the back line. I'm not sure why I didn't put Bardock top right and Gogeta top middle. Don't ask me. I thought that my opponent may try and go for the same thing again, worried that maybe a speed tie or something, I'm not sure. But that was the only way I could see myself winning. Sort of hoping that he went for the same thing and would wipe out Gogeta in this instance, but would leave my two able to hit his master directly. And he actually doubled up on the right, which did surprise me quite a bit. I could have actually stuck Frieza down on his own to ult, but like I say, I was kind of predicting maybe he'd just stick the future Gohan down in that corner again, or even swap him up to the other corner. So I get outsped here quite easily, and at this point I'm pretty worried, because Gohan is going to be enough to take out Gogeta, and that's going to be a Vegito hitting my master directly. I was honestly pretty sure that this was GG right here. Like, no joke. I've seen Vegito hit well over 10k many a time, so I'd say that was... I'd pretty much said my goodbyes to this game. If I'd stuck Bardock on the right, I know that I would have been okay, because Gohan couldn't have killed him. He hits for 6-6, gets the counter, and I'm worried now, because sometimes the amount the counter is a little over half, but this time it wasn't. I live with 89 health. 89, and with that Frieza will go and finish off this match with a death beam. GG, that was a lot of fun. I'd love to play him again sometime, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, if you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more Hero Colosseum content, and I'll see you next time.